What if I told you that a single flood may have killed millions of people? Not a tsunami, not a hurricane, just water. And yet, it became one of the deadliest disasters in human history. The terrifying part: most people outside of China have never even heard of it. This is the story of the 1931 China floods. Disaster so massive that it turned entire cities into oceans and left millions fighting for survival. The year was 1931. For months, central China experienced unusual weather. A severe drought was followed by one of the harshest winters in years. When spring arrived, melting snow rushed into the region's rivers. Then came relentless rainstorms. Then more rain. Then more. By summer, the mighty Yangtze River, the Yellow River, and several other waterways were swollen beyond anything people had seen before. In July, a series of powerful storms struck. The rivers couldn't hold the water. Levees broke. Entire towns disappeared beneath the floodwaters. What happened next was almost impossible to imagine. The flooding spread across an area larger than many countries. Villages vanished overnight. Farm fields turned into lakes. Millions of people were trapped on rooftops, trees, and tiny patches of high ground. Witnesses described seeing bodies floating through streets that had become rivers. Families became separated in the chaos. Many never found each other again. Food supplies disappeared. Clean drinking water became nearly impossible to find. Some survivors spent days stranded without food while waiting for rescue. But the flood itself wasn't even the deadliest part. As the water lingered, disease spread rapidly. Cholera, typhoid, dysentery, mosquitoes multiplied. Starvation followed. Entire communities were devastated. Historians estimate the death toll may have ranged from hundreds of thousands to several million people, making it one of the deadliest natural disasters ever recorded. Imagine surviving the flood only to face hunger, disease, and homelessness afterward. For many people, the nightmare lasted months. Despite its enormous death toll, the 1931 China floods are rarely discussed outside history circles, partly because the disaster happened during a period of political instability, partly because global attention was focused elsewhere, and partly because the sheer scale is difficult to comprehend. When disasters become too large, the numbers stop feeling real. But every number represented a person, a family, a life suddenly changed forever. The next time you hear about a flood, remember this. In 1931, rising water transformed entire regions into inland seas and may have killed millions. It's one of history's deadliest disasters, and one of its most forgotten.